Right, so we're going to jump straight onto wine too, and if I can get the label right. So and obviously we're going from Italy to Spain.
We are.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And what variety are we having?
It's Tempranillo, so a variety that's grown all around Spain and also in Portugal. In Portugal, they know the variety as Tempranillo. It's an important variety for their port production in Portugal. But in Spain, they make a whole range of beautiful red wine styles out of Tempranillo. And it's also they'll also blend other lesser varieties in there to make wonderful styles.
Yeah,
it's a wine. Ours is quite a reserva style. Our reserve Tempranillo.
Yeah.
So it's quite rich. It's got those dark cherry, earthy characters, almost cherry ripe characters.
It actually looks quite dark.
Yeah, it's quite intense in colour and. This style of Tempranillo has quite a big palate, so it's got lots of tannin in there, but it's perfect to match with roasted meats, slow cooks, hot chili flavoured food, or tapas style food.
Right.
So
obviously go well with the Spanish tapas style food.
Yeah, that's right, absolutely.
That's what I'd probably be having it with.
Yep. We love Tempranillo. It's suited to this region. Handles hot days in the summertime really well. The fruit doesn't burn, and yet we can bring it into the winery and make these wonderful, rich styles out of it.
I'm really intrigued to taste it. I can actually smell the fruit in it, which is
we give it some aged older American and French oak.
Yeah.
So
it's
oak
a
is
process.
sort of a background sort of artefact. But it always has this rich, dark cherry character, our reserve Tempranillo.
Definitely.
It's firm, It's got that.
I was expecting it to be a lot lighter.
Yeah, we make a light style also called Ella's Tempranillo, which is a beautiful lunch wine. It's just like perhaps a rosé or a richer rosé, but it's also a great lunch style where you don't want something heavy, just something easy to drink for lunch. Yeah, but this is a serious wine to enjoy with serious food in serious company.
Well, I'm not sure you got the serious company there, but from when we're talking serious food, what are we talking about pairing with it?
I love Tempranillo with richer red meat foods, ossobuco, roasted meats, particularly roast beef or lamb. It also goes well with Asian food with chili in it, so you can have a beautiful Thai stir fry or such, and if it's got heat in it from chili, it'll go with Tempranillo also.
Oh, we've got an amazing Thai restaurant not far from our office, with authentic Thai lady running it.
Whereabouts?
Just on Golfview Road at Christie's Beach.
Oh, right.
Sanisa's Thai, I may as well give her a plug.
Yes.
We go there quite often for lunch, so we might have to give her a little plug.
Cult or original or good Thai food always amazes me in that they marry all the spices and the flavours in together to give this orchestral event, and it's just beautiful food. It really is.
And everything's got to be fresh.
Yes,
and you can taste the difference in the food because they make it all. They grow a lot of it themselves as well, a lot of the vegetables. And if it's not fresh, she won't make it.
Yes. And that's the secret of good food. Too.
Yeah.
Good ingredients.
Oh yeah, and nice people too. Yeah. That makes a big difference.
Yeah. Well, they are. Thai people are friendly people on the whole, and that's near Christie's Beach.
Yeah.
Need to get that name of that restaurant because we'll look it up.
Well, Sanisa's Thai.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll put a little plug for them in there, and maybe a link to their restaurant.
We're down in Adelaide next week, so
you have to come and see us. We'll go for lunch. Bring
Tempranillo.
Yeah, bring some of your wine, and we might even get a free lunch. You never know. So let's grab the food pairing and have a crack.
Yeah, good.
So what are we going to pair with it?
Today we've got a bit of a treat. One of our favourite red meat courses is slow cooked brisket, and we found an American recipe on the web probably a year ago or so where you prepare a rub and put it on the brisket, and then you put it back in the fridge for the night. Next day it gets slow cooked in quite a spicy sauce, which has got pepper, mustard, cayenne, Worcester, tomato paste, whole range of things there to give it richness, depth, and also a lot of spice and heat. And we'll try it out with the Tempranillo. It's just a beautiful dish to enjoy, particularly in the cooler weather. Quite a rich dish.
I'm not a waitress, so I'm not doing it the right way around.
That's all right. We're not a food show, even though I think we probably should be. With the amount of effort you've gone to here.
Fresh sourdough.
Do you make the bread?
Yes.
You made the bread as well?
Yeah, Jenny has a sourdough culture, and she's perfected the technique of making sourdough. We did a bread making course with Matt McNamara from the Barossa some years ago. So it was a 2-day course, and we made a whole range of breads, flatbreads, pizza dough, German cake, real croissants, where you prepare the croissant dough, laminated dough, I'll call it dough, the day before. It goes in the fridge, then you roll it out and laminate it again the following day, and then cook it. And they are the best croissants I've ever had.
Do you have
really
them for breakfast often?
Not for a while, but occasionally we'll have croissants
Tomorrow?
for breakfast. We haven't got any homemade ones at the moment.
It was worth a try, wasn't it? That sounded so good.
It's
not that we were
have to
inviting
try.
ourselves. But so now you've talked it up so much, I'm going to have to try some of this bread.
Yeah, so slow-cooked brisket, an American recipe, but a lovely recipe.
And the spice really complements the wine?
It does, and it goes into the meat, goes through the meat. And the Tempranillo should really be a good match with it.
You're a bit excited then?
I could be, may as well be MasterChef.
Yeah.
This is Riverland Chef.
Riverland Chef.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm almost lost for words, which never ever happens.
I love the way the Tempranillo cuts across the richness of the meat.
Yeah.
And it cleanses all that meat flavour and the richness of the meat off your palate. And you're left with this nice clean palate.
Yeah, and you know what it also does? I didn't taste the tannins anywhere near as much once I had a massive mouthful of meat.
That's right, and the Spaniards typically would enjoy with their Tempranillos with food. It really is a food-friendly wine.
I can't get over how much bolder, heavier it actually is, because the other ones I've tasted have been really light.
In Australia, we tend to have two styles. A lot of winemakers will make the lighter style,
Yeah.
and then some like us now are making this richer reserva style too now, which again has a place in the industry.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, Tempranillo is a very flexible variety. You can make a whole range of things out of it.
Yeah.
So, but I love this. I love this with the meat. It's a good match.
And what about in the winery? Does it need a lot of love? Or is it set and
Tempranillo, we actually did a really interesting trial a few years ago where we started picking a block of fruit a little unripe. Every week we picked a batch of fruit and made wine out of that batch. So we started off a bit unripe at about 13 and a half Beaumay, and then picked one at about 14 Beaumay, 14 and a half, and then 15 or 15 and a half Beaumay. And then we invited our cellar door list customers to, if they want to have a bit of fun, come and have a blending day. So we had about 30 people here making up various blends, and what we found out of all of that was if we mixed all of those batches together, blended them together, we ended up with a better result than just picking on one day, picking the whole crop on one day. So now we tend to pick Tempranillo over 2 or 3 different dates. We'll start a little less ripe, pick in the middle when it's about right, and then perhaps even get it when it's a bit not overripe, but getting those big, rich berry flavours.
So better
and then blending it together.
And what are we talking about? Is in days apart or?
About a week apart.
Week apart?
Each one, and it makes a far better wine. It's a more balanced style.
And you just learn that from trial and error?
Well, yeah.
Yeah?
Trial
is
and
that...
error and just trying, something different.
Yeah.
And by involving our cellar door customers, they got a real hoot out of that. They just had a really fun day, enjoyable day. They learnt about the variety, but they also had fun putting their blends together, and then we all worked together to work out what was the best style that we enjoyed drinking on the day. So Tempranillo is, it can be serious, it can be fun, it can be flexible, it can be easy drinking, or it can be serious drinking, yeah. So...
Oh, this is definitely a serious drinking.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit serious about it.
Well, serious company too.
It is.
No.
Now it is.
Yeah.
No, so where do people get your wines from? Well, this is I'll just ask this question because we'd love to flash a slide up so people can know where to buy your wines from.
They can come to Cellar Door.
Yeah.
A good way to get our wines, or an easy way, is to buy online.
Yeah.
So go to our website, just 919wines, www.com.au.
Yeah. Maybe three W's.com.
That's right.
Yeah.
And or
919.com.au.
www. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of people just order online. We get notified, send them out with Australia Post.
Yeah.
They're also available in Hutt Street cellars, Edinburgh and Bel Air cellars.
Okay.
In Adelaide. Or come and have a fun experience at Cellar Door on the weekends, or when you're up here on a break. Or
they're not going to get cooked brisket like me, though, are they?
It depends. If you come back, we'd consider it.
I'll be coming back. Don't worry about that.
But you've got to do our marketing and bring some friends with you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's easy.
That's something that works really well in our business. If people have a good experience, they go away and talk about your business and your products.
Oh, they do.
And then they bring people into you.
Yeah. Oh, I would have no hesitation to bringing people here.
Yeah. So that works really well.
Especially if you're sitting out here in this environment and eating slow cooked brisket and
with sourdough,
with homemade sourdough, and then can they stay the night and have a croissant? Oh no, okay. Oh, that was great. Perfect pairing. Done real well, Jenny.
That worked well.
Yeah, I've done real well. Yeah.